Nobody inside Team USA thought things would turn ugly. They expected noise and hype, but they never expected to lose control. Caitlin Clark's NBC debut was supposed to be harmless. A quick appearance, a nice moment, nothing more. Instead, it exposed everything. The reaction was immediate and real, not polite interest or casual curiosity. NBA fans didn't treat her like a guest. They treated her like someone who belonged there. She spoke calmly, broke the game down effortlessly, and didn't look overwhelmed by the stage as millions stayed locked in. That's when the problem started. Inside Team USA circles, something uncomfortable became clear. The conversation wasn't about the program, coaching decisions, or even the team anymore. It was about Caitlin Clark, and that terrified the system. Team USA has always believed the program comes first, that the jersey matters more than the player. NBC shattered that belief in a single night. Fans didn't wait for permission or ask who approved it. They followed what felt real. They followed Caitlin Clark. Inside Team USA offices, the mood shifted fast.
The WNBA superstar's debut as an NBA analyst, and NBC has absolutely been killing it. First, they had MJ, which, by the way, that deal was insane. He got paid $40 million, and I literally think he sat down for an hour. NBC knows how to find the cream of the crop talent, and I just loved what the executive producer for NBC Sports said. This is Sam Flood. He said, "There's no more iconic figure in basketball in the women's game right now, or the game in general. So we said, let's have a bigger conversation." And it's just so crazy that it feels like every other sport will just come out and say what it is besides the WNBA. The NBA is not scared to acknowledge that there's no more iconic figure in basketball. Not just the women's game, but possibly the game in general than Caitlin Clark. But we would not hear that in the WNBA space. We wouldn't hear that from WNBA media. But the NBA media and the NBA and the league itself is not scared to say it. Like we've seen it when Caitlin does golf events. It just seems like every league but her own is not scared to say the truth. But I do think it's really...
Confusion quickly turned into frustration, and frustration turned into private anger. Not the kind shown in public, but the kind felt behind closed doors. This wasn't how it was supposed to work. Caitlin Clark wasn't meant to look bigger than the program, wasn't supposed to command attention without approval, and wasn't supposed to make people question decisions. But she did. And once fans start questioning authority starts feeling threatened. That's where the coach's reaction came from, not hatred or jealousy, but fear. Fear that the system was slipping and control was fading. The NBC moment did something irreversible. It proved Caitlin Clark could connect with audiences without the program, and that's dangerous for any institution. The coach tried to regain control as the tone shifted. Interviews grew sharper and answers turned colder. Fans noticed immediately because confidence doesn't react emotionally, insecurities do. And through it all, Caitlin Clark stayed calm. No response, no statements, no drama. That calm only made everything else look worse. While leadership appeared rattled, she looked composed. While the system felt defensive, she felt confident. Fans always choose calm. Always.
Anybody got on a court was December with Team USA basketball. She should be back in action with Team USA basketball within a month or so. So that's great. But everybody wants to see her back on the floor with the Indiana Fever. And she's been strongly pushing it. The season's coming, ready to go. And clearly that continued. First, there was a look at the shoes, the new PEs, which apparently might be Parent Trap themed. That's what the theories out there were. I'm not so familiar with Parent Trap, to be honest with you, but if that's the theme, that's the theme. And then Bree Lewerke, who of course is photographer extraordinaire around Caitlin Clark, shared this footage from the workout, a 5-on-5 workout. So Clark obviously getting real work in. Working on the handles, I think you see. It's good to hear the sound of the speaker squeaks.
NBA audiences made it even clearer. They weren't watching out of obligation. They watched because she felt authentic. She spoke the game fluently, carried herself naturally, and never oversold her importance. That authenticity landed harder than any marketing campaign ever could. That's when Team USA realized something painful. They didn't own her momentum. The crowd did. And once momentum belongs to the crowd, it can't be controlled, slowed down, or redirected. You can only react, and reacting late makes you look weak. The coach's frustration began leaking through tone and body language. Nothing explicit, but fans felt it. They always do. And instead of hurting Caitlin Clark, it strengthened her image because she didn't fight back, complain, or demand respect. She let the moment speak, and the moment spoke loudly. This was never just about one NBC appearance. It was about what it represented: independence, relevance outside the system, and a superstar who doesn't need permission. And that's exactly what scares programs built on hierarchy.
That comes with an NBA national broadcast. So he loved every bit of what Caitlin Clark did and what she brought to the broadcast. Now, this is where he started talking a little bit about having Caitlin Clark back more than that March 29th announcement. So it says NBC Sports is planning to bring Clark back later this season. Cordella confirmed that she is scheduled to appear as an analyst for the Knicks versus Thunder on March 29th. As we know, he also added that he hopes to see more of Clark moving forward, signaling that the door is open for additional appearances. While no expanded role has been formally announced, the comment suggested genuine interest rather than casual praise. So, hey man, I don't know. We might see Caitlin working that booth. That'd be dope though, man. That'd be dope. Of course, with everything going on with the WNBA, we don't even know if we're gonna have a season, man. Nonsensical work going on over there in the WNBA, but yeah, we don't know if we're gonna have a season, so this might be the only dose of Caitlin Clark the fans could get. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm here for it. I'm here for it if that's all we're gonna get. But I definitely hope that they end up figuring out this whole CBA thing, man. Now, I did see this yesterday, but I didn't too much care to talk about it, man. It's the same old status quo with the CBA proposal, but somehow it was leaked by Ramona Shelburne. I don't think it was leaked by her. I think ESPN leaked it. She just put it on her Twitter, but it's funny that it says confidential and everybody has it now. But anyway, they was just saying some of the things that the proposal is given, right? Substantially increase player salaries to reflect recent and future business growth, promote business health and profitability.
Team USA wasn't collapsing, but it was exposed. Exposed as unprepared for a player who grows faster than the process. The system is built on patience, while Caitlin Clark represents acceleration, and acceleration breaks rigid structures. Fans didn't turn on Team USA out of hate. They reacted because something felt off. You don't push away the person bringing in new eyes. You don't resent organic attention. And you don't respond emotionally to success. That's why the backlash wasn't loud outrage, but disappointment. And disappointment is dangerous because disappointed fans disengage. Caitlin Clark didn't ruin anything. She revealed what wasn't ready. She showed that basketball fans follow authenticity, not politics, presence, not permission. NBC didn't crown her. The audience did. And once that happens, everything changes.
Going on, she's got the Nike stuff coming out, any other off-court ventures, and then of course clearly preparing for the Indiana Fever season. And certainly it all systems seem go for Caitlin Clark, and from everything she's putting out there publicly, her expectation is that she's going to be on the floor for the Fever on schedule. And
the coach's reaction didn't damage Caitlin Clark. It confirmed her status. She's bigger than the panic, bigger than the noise, bigger than any system trying to contain her. Not because she says it, but because people act like it. This wasn't the moment Caitlin Clark challenged Team USA. It was the moment Team USA realized they couldn't control her. And once control is gone, nothing returns to normal. The game doesn't explode. It shifts quietly, decisively, and permanently.